Nah, we're making some history here. History, actually. It's fucking angry thug shit. Our first album, finally making it happen. It's been incredible getting to shred with these dudes, but this was really special getting together to make this record.
I know every moment that I'm working on this thing that I've been working on something special. And I think at the end of the day, all the hard work and time we spent on it is really going to be worth it.
You know, a lot of pressure with Rob coming out of, Chimera, and this being the first release that he's putting out that's his own. Definitely felt a lot of pressure on my side to carry the weight of that, to try and deliver vocals to these things, to these songs that were worthy of these guys' talent. They're both phenomenal players, and so I appreciate and aspire to be as great as them. So, man, trying to be true to Austin's beautiful and technical and crazy, just gangster rhythms, and Rob's proficient playing, and everything needed to be elevated, and we just pushed as far as we could.
So at the end of things with Chimera for me, I already mentally started preparing for the next phase of things in my life. We knew we were going to make this elite record, and we weren't going to have a recording budget behind it or anything like that. And I had had an interest in recording for a long time. I had been doing demos for Chimera, and I've been working with an M-Box and just getting a sense for it. And I really liked it. I really liked behind the scenes. I really liked the recording aspect and production aspect of things. And I thought, well, I need to beat the system. I'm not going to have a budget and to be able to go into a studio, say with Ben or whoever we've been recording with in the past. I've got to do it myself. And so I pretty much spent most of 2012 until we started working on this record, building my studio, amassing gear, taking classes, learning everything that I could so that I could make this thing. And it's been awesome just being able to do it my way, our way, without compromise, at our pace, here in my place with no time restraints. That was all a big riddle. You hear that big rhyme there. It's just been really fun being able to track these guys as well as being a musician with it too. And of course, with that comes all the stresses and additional pressures, where before all I had to do was be a guitar player, and that was it. There was a team of people working on every aspect of the record and its release that now has all just fallen into my lap, and I certainly bit off this enormous bite that I'm not going to say I can't chew, but it's quite a bit to swallow.
It's great having Rob behind the board because he's so invested in it, in his heart, with every aspect of it, down to every little tiny fucking note, even a whisper, it's incredible. Could you hear that? Is that cool? We do it again, dude. And pushes everyone to be better. So when he's behind the board, he's truly there producing it, but he's also a member, and he just pulls the best out of you. I mean, he's found a way to open things up in me, and and pushed me to be a better vocalist in so many ways that it's even hard to articulate.
I met TJ a long time ago, probably 2002, somewhere around there, doing a tour with El Nino. He was out with those guys helping out. He's from the Buffalo area. They're from New York area. We just hit it off right away. Just found out that we had a lot in common and liked each other's work ethics. And just, like I said, hit it off and talked about doing music together one day. He liked my style. I liked his. He came from a band called Baphomet, a death metal band from Buffalo. But yeah, we just we knew we wanted to make music together. He had known Austin before I did, and kind of hooked us up and had Austin come out and jam with us. And we just got together, and we were just three guys that were jamming. And we actually started using the name Three Bros before we came up with the Elite. And we've just had a great time. It's been a long process, as we've been talking about, a lot of iterations of everything. But writing with him and tracking with him is just a pleasure. He talks about interesting things to me.
Tracking was daunting. Do it again. Do it again. No, do it again. Get the inflection isn't there. You got to be married to the word, and Rob just pushed and pulled, and it's got to be heavier. It's got to be softer. It's got to be better. And I'm happy Rob was at the reins making it happen. He's a motivated guy, and he keeps everything moving. It's incredible. Very honored.
Comes to tracking, the guy's a dream to track because everything he's doing has been thought out, which is nice, especially when you're behind the desk. He comes in prepared and then just knows what he's doing, like he's been doing it forever because he has. A lot of times it's hard to get guys to do great doubles or triples of their voices, and he just does it perfectly. And there's so much to that. It's not just like saying the same thing twice. It's saying it at the same volume, with the same inflection, with the same feeling, with the same pattern, with the same attitude, and the same voice. And he has so many voices that I say, here, try this one, higher, lower, rappier, death metalier, stuff like that. And okay, every time. Never gives me a problem. Just, okay, I'll try that. Great attitude about everything. So it's just a pleasure, and that's what this band is about, really. It's just about three guys that have an amazing chemistry with no hard feelings in any aspect. And so when we make this music, it's just so fun. And when we take it on the road, we know it's going to be fun because there's just nothing else other to it than three bros.
Yeah, jamming with Rob is always, from day one, it was always a goal and something or a dream to jam with. A guy of his caliber, somebody I definitely was looking up to back in the day. Bleed the Sky, hearing Chimera as we were first starting, I was like, shit, who the hell is this? This guy instantly. I could tell this guy had the same bounce that I have in my shoes when I try to write beats or riffs or anything like that. And I always thought it'd be hilarious or cool, just like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, if I got to jam with this dude someday somehow. And one thing leads to another, and it was more or less Rob just saw some kind of bounce that I had over the side. He's like, hey, get up and jam. So, since that day, it was just cool. It was instant clickage. And so I feel like when I met Rob, I was like, all right, I'm ready to release some of these G-mans. You know what I mean? So these gangster beats, syncopated, sprinkler, chop sueys. We call it the sprinklers. The the cymbal beat chokes. We hit pretty similar just on the lingo. We both love West Side Connection, throwing up the dub. Don't even get in trouble because we'll bust that bubble. You know what I'm saying? So it's just instant. So of course, getting to write a full record with Rob, and man, he helped graduate me to the next league as far as I'm concerned in music, and to why I'm even doing what I'm doing now, bigger, doing more and more things all the time.
When I first met Austin, he came around with TJ's band, STEM, at the time, another one of his Buffalo bands. I think the latest one that he was real active with. At any rate, they came by to do some pre-production or to practice or something. They came by the Chimera rehearsal spot, and the Bleed the Sky guys, which is the band Austin was in, happened to be in town or came with him or something. And Austin was just here. I had no idea who he was. He was just a dude hanging out. Somehow Austin ended up getting on the kit, and the second I heard him play, I knew that it just caught my attention. Like, oh man. And I listened to this guy play, and I'm like, whoa. There was just something about his groove and his confidence. Just the way he plays, it's a part of him. He doesn't have to think about it. It's just 100% natural. And I see that and I feed off that. And he's got these crazy rhythms that are sometimes hard for me to even comprehend.
It's something when I was watching Rob trying to learn how to play a riff that a drummer wrote and him telling me like the timing, he's like, what the fuck? We're looking at rhythms and we're listening to things and we're like, you know, this is some of the coolest shit I've ever heard.
But at any rate, I knew I needed to play with this guy, and it all played into TJ, he and I wanting to jam together. And fast forward, we made it happen. We started jamming. These guys coming into town, made the World War III EP, and now we're doing this record.
Basically, we started writing these tunes. Everyone started coming in with their ideas, Rob, and then Austin, having such a percussive, just brilliant sense of percussion that, really wanted to focus on these rhythms that he could create.
Making shit happen. Don't make me start rapping. Cause all y'all punk ass bitches I be slapping. Bitch, where's my burger? I need to start macking.
He's just so happy, and he's just this life that this spirit that like always brings a smile to your face, can always cheer you up. He wakes up happy. At night, he doesn't even like wind down to go to sleep. You have to switch him off like a robot because he's just 100%. And you hit the switch, and he's like, yeah, man. Then he sleeps for the night, gets up, starts all over.
So I got this crazy drummer in my band who has the most phenomenal sense of timing and rhythm and just create such a creative mind that it's dizzying.
Again, just the opportunity I've had to play with a drummer like him who challenges me, inspires me, and pushes me. Pushes TJ harder, pushes the whole project harder, and that's what we all do to one another. And again, it just comes down to a great chemistry and a respect and a love for one another, and I'm just proud to be playing with these guys, and hope you guys can feel that in this music.